Here at Unify Tech 2014, I'm David Zaletsky speaking here with Alex Andreev. He's from Neo at Ogilvy, a huge agency, a huge player in the space, especially with the topics that we're talking about on stage at this event. With the content on stage, what are some of the main insights that you're sort of deriving from what's being spoken about on stage? What are you kind of learning here that's going to really help you at your job?
Well, it's clearly understood that we're not the only one with these challenges, right? So everyone's working towards a unified platform, and I'm happy to see that companies like Tapad are opening up their technology for cross-channel analytics and targeting to many different partners. Historically, they were providing media as well, but decoupling that from their media business helps, I think, the industry as a whole to really approach and understand, okay, it doesn't really matter which platform we use, it doesn't really matter which media company we use, but it does matter how we target it. It does matter that we speak to the consumer in a holistic way, regardless of what channel we do it for. And working with companies like Tapad provides that solution to speak to them, to consumers in mobile, equally to display, and pretty much any channels, right? So our end goal is to communicate equally and effectively to the consumer, to let them understand more about our product, to help them discover, to help them engage, to ultimately help them buy.
When it comes to your company and the way that you're tackling this challenge, what are the biggest mistakes that you're avoiding that maybe marketers are making? What landmines are you kind of like sidestepping that a lot of marketers are stepping on that you would suggest that they kind of avoid?
I don't think we focus so much on mistakes. We definitely have a culture of testing. One of the biggest things that David Ogilvy was always focused on is research and testing, right? So we're constantly doing research, we're constantly making sure that we really understand what the technology, what the core product provides, right? We're an agnostic from a technology or media standpoint company. Our goal is to really drive the most value for our clients. Now, when we enter into a new space, right, native advertising, for example, there's certain things that we already know, right? There's certain things that we could take away from, whether it's mobile, whether it's creating an ad copy, whether it's advertorials, right? Certain things we already know what works. So we take that into consideration, right? We focus on those key pieces that we believe are winners. And then everything else, we're testing, right? So we're testing different opportunities, we're testing different channels, maybe we're testing different voice, right? So media and creatives coming together now. From the analysis and continual evolution of the marketing to consumer, right? Marketing to the individual. So I think that's what we'd like to focus on.
What are the three trends that you're seeing moving in further into 2014 when it comes to this space? What are some things that you're seeing that's like, this is really going to take off? You guys should be looking at this.
Well, I mentioned native advertising. I think it's, it changes the perspective, right? It's actually becoming part of the content that people are consuming within, especially mobile space, right? We see great success doing some tests there. The second part, I would definitely say we are getting there from the targeting standpoint. I think we've done a great job as an industry to target cross-channel. Now the next step is measuring it, right? So just because I could target someone on mobile, how well does that work? And what's my ROI on mobile? What's the, where does it fit in the value chain? I think the Forrester research is very helpful, and continually monitoring what works, what doesn't work for both the industry as a whole, as well as our client individual needs. That's what we're investing in. And then definitely last but not least is the multi-touch attribution, which is great when it's only in display, but we really need to start applying the mobile in there and cross-channel, which is even more difficult when you don't have a unified tracking solution across all screens.
Last question, give our audience the biggest piece of advice that you can provide when it comes to navigating this new landscape.
I would just say keep testing. Keep testing. I think there's some great companies that are out there that are developing new solutions, and then we're not gonna. There's no silver bullet. We're always gonna find something new, and we're really gonna think through a lot of these challenges, both individually and corporately. So someone's gonna make one step forward, and then someone else is gonna take it to the next level. So just keep testing.